Well, hello everyone. How are y'all? This is a tutorial on how to navigate to the Sadlier Christ and Us online series. We're going to log in right here. You should have received a login entry code or temporary login. If you have not received one, please reach out to me and I will gladly send you one. So when you log in, it's going to look similar to this. Um, I have my login is for administrative view, so I'm able to see everything. So you have instructor's view, which you're able to see all the grades, but those are certain parts you're unlimited of viewing. So the way it works is that each grade level has separated into several units. So for example, on grade 3, it's separated to 5 units. Every grade level has 5 units with about approximately about 5, maybe 4 chapters in each unit. Each each chapter contains a lesson, and each lesson contains what I like to call a essential question. So let's go first to Unit 1. You see here the very beginning of overall Unit 1, what do we believe the faith professed? So those of your school teachers out there, you probably know what this means by essential question. It is, in more or less words, a goal you want to try to meet. You want to try to meet the question that the kids have if they ask the kids, and at the end they profess the faith. So this is with each unit you have an essential question. Within this particular unit, you also have resources. Now you can select to review to see all resources available, or you select to only see parish resources. Most catechists I've spoken to prefer the parish because it's limited to amount of things to pick. If you do the all, you're gonna have a bunch of categories to look for, and it can become a little challenging. In this overview, it does have a opening prayer in the parish edition. So if you go here, it's gonna have a prayer in which you can say in your classroom before you begin that we begin the whole unit start to predict that time, or you can just or you can go to the opening prayer for each lesson, which I'll show you in just a moment. It even contains a Christ in Us theme song. This is the song you can, so if you want to play music for your kids, if you can do that as well. So some of this information I'm sharing, some of this you can actually show in your classroom if you choose to. You just have to bring your own laptop computer. The rooms in the McKenna building have their own monitors. The others in this other room, we do have a monitor on a cart. We can wheel around if you wish to borrow that to use. So it does have a couple of other things on here as well. Also in another song. And it has a couple of neat things. It has a couple of games here, which I thought was really neat. So, for example, let's match it lessons 3 and 4. So, say you want to do, you just finished 3, you want to just finish all the entire unit, and you just want to go back on a fun day with the kids. Well, you could select this, and this again, you would need your own laptop to project on the TV screen or or a projector if you have one. We could try to lend you one if we can, but a lot of times it gets utilized. So please, please search how they play the game, and you gotta match the blocks. So the kids, you can ask them to pick that one, Holy Family. Oh, okay, that didn't match. Holy Family again. Oh, that didn't match. So you keep going until you actually match them. So you could probably play a game with the kids, like the one who can match the correct one gets a candy or you get the treat or whatever the case may be. But you have to match the block. There you go. The Holy Marriage, the Holy Family. Sorry, it took me a while. I should have gotten it right away. Like, okay. Um, let's go ahead and go back. And go back again. Back to here, back to our home page. Now you're ready. Now let's take a look at the lessons. Let's go straight to lesson number one. Lesson number one, again, you have an essential question: how do we know God? And in particular, now here we actually have the the ebook. So this is the entire book, the student book here online. So, and this is broken down by lessons. So you're not going to have the entire book all on one page. This is broken down by lessons within the book. So some of the calculus that this last year and years before, that sometimes they want certain pages. So they'll request certain pages. So instead of Sonia and I having the actual physical book to make copies from, you can just request the pages, tell what unit number, lesson, page number, and we can look it up for you by going online. And we will take a screenshot of the picture, paste it somewhere, and it will print it out, have copies ready for you. And on to lesson one, this also has the parish guide. So the same guide that you have physical, it's also here digital. So say you're on the road somewhere and you forgot your guide at home and you want to try to look for some lessons, not a problem. If you log into to Sadlier Christ on Us, you get to access your guide and you can plan your lessons even while you're on the road. So scroll down a little further. It has these really unique things of like, did you know? So these little videos are 1 minute short videos. This particular one, when you play it, let me lower the volume here, I don't want to be too loud. It just kind of talks about a short story or a short fact. This particular one talks about the Bible when it was written and how it was brought into our church today. It also has each lesson also has a saint or a saint that goes with the lesson. So here for lesson one, unit one, is Venerable Pierre Sante, which actually has a little video on his life. So say you wanna and show the children, hey, our saint for the day is this. So and then you say, well, let's watch a short video on the saint, and you can show them a short little video. It even has additional activities that you can do along with the video. So if you wish to do any of these extra activities, you would just need to reach out to Celia and I. We can make copies for you or get supplies that you may need. Okay? There's no point. You don't have to go out and buy your own supplies unless you find something you really would like to have. Okay. It also has a lesson test as well. So say you want to go ahead and do something with the children to where you want to do like a little test of the unit. You can request personally for us to print this out for you, make copies, and then you can go ahead and give the kids the lesson. Okay, and they have to match the words. Let's go back here, and I believe I'm not mistaken. The uh the answers to some of the lessons are in the guides, if I believe correctly, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to check on that. Okay. Additional to here, it also has some company activity and part of Did You Know? A prayer to Saint Benedict, which is an audio. So say you want to go ahead and pray the Saint Benedict prayer, you can literally play the audio and it'll come out. It'll come out on audio. Okay. All right. So again, like I was saying, as you're going through the entire program, you'll see each lesson has an essential question. Lesson two, who is God? Lesson three, why did God make us? Lesson four, who is Jesus Christ? There's also additional resources that for overall of the entire unit. Um, so of the book, I'm sorry. So it just kind of to give the family resources. Why am I Catholic? So let's say you want to send something home with the parents, and you want to have something to take the kids take home, the parents to read. You could request this little short story, to kind of to show to give out to get take home with them, and you just want to give that weekly or even monthly The parents can do it. I would try to make, if you're going to do this, I would try to make a habit of maybe doing it once a month, or if you want to do it every week, that's fine. But once a month seems pretty well, especially if after you finish an entire unit. Going back to these are the parent resources. There's also the student resources. There's prayers here for the students as well. And I believe they're also, let me just go on. I think they're also audio. Yeah, it's audio as well. So when you play, if you want to go to prayer with the kids, by the way, parents will also have access to this as well. There's a way to get parents to have access and they'll be able to see this. And then there's the instructors resources. These are just additional resources. Oh, they updated some. So I see 2024, these are just added. So that's pretty neat. They added more in here. So you can see that the online resources for Sadlier, it's very user friendly. It's very helpful, and I think a lot of the other catechists that used it in the past, I really liked it. I mentioned earlier that I'm on the administrative view. The access you will have is the instructor view, which gives you the same resources that I just showed you. Nothing's changed there at all. So if you're interested in know what the parents view, that's when the parents log in, um, this is what they see. They don't see the instructors, not the instructor resource is gone. But so all they have is a student resource and the parent resource. Kind of give you an idea. So then there's also a student one as well. If I have any parents who wish to have their child have access to it too, of course, a child will need their own email or login account. Um, Student resource, all it is this right here. It'll be see everything else. Okay. So I think that was pretty neat how Sadlier made this. Because one thing I know as a parent myself, too much information as aside from everything we guys gotta do during the day can burn us out and be mind-boggling to us. I'm gonna go back to the library part. The other feature that Saturday has, which we have not been able to utilize, which I hope this someday gets started, but this would include having parents and students have full on-blown access to this, is calendar and lesson planner. So this is a feature that Saturday has, which we have not yet utilized, but I'm hoping I can like if I have the time a day to utilize this. So basically, what this is that you as a catechist, you can literally choose an activity or lesson for the kids to do at home. So you call at home event and you put the title, whatever kid you want to put, or lesson you want to put, and then you would type in the instructions here. Here you would attach files and you would attach the lesson into here. But they're trying to figure out I think yeah, here it is. So you would select the lesson into here. I believe it's this one right here. So they can go right to the link and the lessons will be there for them. And they can access this and they can see the daily calendar and you have access to it as well. Okay. All right, let me go back to home. Back to grade 3 again. Um, it also has some stuff for catechist formation. Just some things that you can watch and just kind of get a little bit of your own self-knowledge. See here's part one, what is catechesis? Part two, stages of evangelization, catechesis part three, goals of catechist, and then catechist community. So this is a good way so for you to kind of familiarize and kind of educate yourself on how to have some formation done. And I believe let me see, I think this video is about 10 minutes long. Let me see. It's about 2 minutes. Okay, so short little lessons or things or lessons or what you call what's the word we're looking for, um points that can help you understand catechesis and know how to teach it properly with the young people. But a lot of times, like many of us know, being catechists, we know that everything is learn as you go a lot of times. So there's also the pastoral resource. So I also have if Father Head ever wants to have his own access to this. He can have his own passive resource. There's face formation models. So to go based upon how you would want to conduct the lesson. So there's a summer school model. So say we were doing a class summer school, which I don't think we will. It has here it has a way on to construct that, how to construct a summer school model with the kids. If we were to do a summer school model. And directors, and there's a director's resource. This is also for me. I believe, let me go to the instructor, but I believe you can see the same thing I did. Oh, yeah, the only thing I think went removed was the director's view. I think that one was taken off as soon as I went to instructor view. And of course, parents, I think parents have even lesser view. Yeah, there it is. So it's pretty. So as you can see, this online resources, this program is very helpful to lots of us. Um, I am thinking of trying to schedule representative from Sadlier because I know it's been a while since we've had instruction, like proper instruction from the actual publisher themselves. They show us again, like, just like what I did, but more in depth of how to navigate and utilize the very essentials of the program. I will try to learn as much as I possibly can more from the publisher and come back and then maybe do another video and show you how to do it. But other than that, I think that's it for now. Okay. I hope you enjoyed our time together. If you should ever need anything, please by all means let me know. I'll be happy to help you out. If they're having difficulty logging on, please let me know. I'll be happy to help you out. But other than that, thank you again so much for saying yes, and God bless you.